The meaning of the movie author Orpheus on Reading 5 Minutes published 15.10. 2019 updated 15.10. 2019 The fascinating movie, Zakhar Berkut, takes the reader to the distant past. The Mongol horde confidently develops new territories, takes innocent populations captive. Who is ready to resist the indestructible army of nomads? What meaning is embedded in the picture, Zakhar Berkut, and what message this tape carries to the audience? What is the movie, Zakhar Berkut, the beginning of 1241? The Mongol horde is expanding its possessions. The local inhabitants of its subordinate territories endure incredible suffering and numerous raids of armed warriors. There was no force that could resist the mighty army of nomads. They conquered all the cities and settlements that were in their path. Their army was huge and invincible. Hundreds of civilians were taken captive by the invaders. Russian princes thought about the question of how to defeat the nomadic army. Hunger, poverty and incredible trials fell to the lot of the common people. People had to be saved from the invasion of uninvited guests. But the Mongol horde was not going to stop there. The army of Burundi Khan is preparing for a new attack. The goal of the nomads, a campaign to the west. It was there that the armed warriors hoped to get additional slaves and demonstrate all their power in action. But an unexpected obstacle stood in the way of the formidable and dangerous army. The nomads were forced to set up a temporary camp in the Carpathians. This stop presented the Mongol horde with an extremely unpleasant gift. When night descended on the camp, a few brave and courageous men helped the captives to free themselves and disappeared without a trace in the mountains. This event was unpleasant news to Burundi Khan. He was furious when he learned that the captives had disappeared into the mountains. Being under the impression of what had happened, the Khan decided to destroy everything that would get in the way of his army. Thus the leader of the nomads wanted to show everyone what his army is capable of, if he crosses the road. According to Burundi Khan, no one has the right to encroach on the horde. The leader of the nomads received information that the release of the captives is the work of the Berkut brothers. What is the Khan ready to do to punish the offenders? And what trials will have to pass the brave men? The meaning of the movie, Zakhar Berkut, the image of a wise and confident Zakhar. He stands on the very top of the mountain, incredible expanses open before him. The hero is shown as a strong and fearless character. He leans on a cane with an unusual handle, which is carved in the form of a bird's beak. The golden eagle is a free-step bird that cannot live in frames and cages. And the people who live in this area are free and independent of circumstances. If anyone wants to encroach on their independence, they will defend themselves and defend their position to their last breath. Two brothers, Maxim and Ivan, are carefree agile young men. They fearlessly explore the picturesque forests in the Carpathians. Help their father to defend the interests of the settlers before the boyar. The young men are the first brave men who dared to confront the nomadic army. For them to preserve the honor, dignity, independence of local residents is the main goal. They will not hesitate to rush into battle when the Mongol horde will attack their native places. However, this zeal of the brothers was not appreciated by Burundi Khan. He intends not only to destroy the brothers' family, but also to enslave the entire settlement. Khan believes that this will be a lesson for all those who want to encroach on the power of nomads in the future. The confrontation between a small handful of brave civilians and a huge previously indestructible army. It seems that the outcome of the battle is obvious even before it begins. But as long as ordinary people have a goal, for the sake of which they are ready to fight, as long as there are places dear to their hearts, which they want to preserve by any means, the spirit of the people will not be broken by anyone. No enemy force will shake their ideals and principles. They stand proudly for their families and the community as a whole. Image of the mountains. The Carpathians. So people are like rocks that will not move, will not run away to hide from invaders. This is their ancestral home, which they will not abandon. Daredevils realize that they are risking their own lives. However, they have a sense of responsibility, duty for the future of their country. Despite the problems and obstacles, people believe that all the best is ahead, that they will cope. The meaning of the ending of the movie, Zakhar Berkut, there were also traitors among the people of that time. Burundi Khan found one such person. But why do people betray the interests and values of their villages? Why do they lack moral principles and morality? Why do they go head over heels, guided only by their own desires? However, Maxim was able to unravel the insidious plan of the invaders. The final battle was exciting. But no matter what the circumstances, good must always triumph over evil. For every force, there is another force. It is necessary to live not only in your own little world exclusively according to your own interests and rules. It is necessary to live according to the laws and principles of society. Only in this case, the people acquire incredible strength, to break which foreign invaders will be extremely difficult. One for all and all for one. It is not by chance that this statement is an axiom that is relevant at all times. Admin.